Hello, everyone. I hope you are enjoying your weekend out there. Welcome back to our weekly series of price action based technical analysis. In today's video, we will be delving into the market structure of the XAUUSD chart, particularly as escalating tensions in the Middle East enhance the appeal for safe haven assets such as the gold. Our trading setup from last week was a resounding success, yielding over 500 pips in profit as we navigated both the downtrend and subsequent recovery that commenced on Thursday. If you are actually interested in the detailed breakdown of this commentary for educational purposes, you can find the link in the description box below or in the top right hand corner of your screen if you're watching on my YouTube channel. As gold price continues its recovery, our analysis will blend technical and fundamental perspective utilizing tools such as the economic calendar, trend lines, key levels, and chart patterns to uncover the potential trajectory of price action in the coming week. Furthermore, we will take into account the diminishing bets supporting an interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve, which may cap the recent recovery of this asset. So I encourage you all to stay tuned in so you don't miss out on any of the valuable ideas we will be deliberating during the course of this session. Before we proceed, I want to emphasize that this video is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. I aim to provide insight and enhance your understanding of price action analysis, but always exercise caution and consider consulting a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Now, with the groundwork laid, let's dive right into the business. So our analysis for this week is going to begin on the daily time frame where I was able to identify a simple trading setup that we can use to navigate this financial landscape during the course of the coming week. So what I did here was to take into consideration the nature of price action since the month of October. That's an historical data of about 4 to 5 months now. And what I was able to come up with was quite interesting. As you will see, that price action has been on a bullish momentum, especially after we did connect the series of higher lows, giving us this beautiful ascending trend line to work with. And of course, you know how we use our ascending trend lines in this community. As long as price action remains above the ascending trend line, we shall continue to look out for patterns and structures that supports the idea of buying this asset. Now, in addition to this ascending trend line, and to make things a little bit easier for us to navigate this market, we need a key level to serve as a yardstick for the new week. And what I was able to come up with was the $2,005 area, which has in fact played a major role in determining the direction of price action since the month of October, as you will see right here. Now look at the month of October. Somewhere during the later part of the month of October, this area was a very strong selling niche, as you will see right here. And then we saw the breakout of the structure happened on the last trading day of month of November. And since then, this same area has been a strong buying niche for participants in this market. Look at what happened last week as well. Despite the selling opportunities we capitalized on during the first half of last week, we saw that as soon as price got back into that same $2,005 zone, we saw buy pressure resume again from that same area. Now, you would agree with me that we are at a very crucial juncture in this market, as you will see price action is at a zone that has a confluence between both the ascending trend line and the $2,005 area. The next question we want to be asking here is, will price respect the $2,005 area and of course the ascending trend line to push price to the upside, Or are we going to be seeing a situation where the key level for the week at the 2005 will be broken to the downside to incite a sell-off in this market? Well, before we go into the details, I have a simple setup on the 4 hours time frame. But before we run through the 4 hours time frame, it is important that we keep tabs with the fundamental factors that will be affecting the market sentiment for this week. Now, for those of you who have been with me for a while now, you do understand that by monitoring the economic calendar, we aim to pinpoint the potential correlations between key economic releases and specific technical patterns on the chart, hereby giving us a valuable information needed to position ourselves in such a way that we can capitalize on the next potential move prior, during, and even after this economic event. Now, based on the asset we are looking at, we shall be focusing on the features coming in from the United States economic docket. Now, the first impactful event for this week is coming in on Wednesday, that's January 24, and that is the S&P Global publication. Now, for those of you who don't know, the S&P Global is a prominent financial service company known for providing credit ratings, research, and analytics. Its impact on market sentiment is substantial as its credit rating and market insight can influence investors' confidence, affecting the passive risk of various financial instruments. So we shall be looking forward to the manufacturing PMI and the services PMI from the S&P Global. Then on Thursday, we will be looking at the gross domestic product annualized for quarter 4, which is a key economic indicator representing the annualized percentage change in the United States economic performance, representing the total value of all goods and services produced within its borders. Now, fast forward to Friday is the core PCE, that is the core personal consumption expenditure price index, which of course measures the average change over time in the prices paid by consumers for goods and services, excluding volatile food and energy components. So these are the impactful events we shall be looking out for this week. And of course, as technical traders, we do understand that the anticipation of this event usually affect the market sentiment, which in the long term will dovetail and of course reflect on the chart as price action. Now, talking about price action, we shall be scaling down into the 4 hours time frame, where I did mention that I have a simple setup that we will be using to guide our decisions for this week. Now, on the 4 hours time frame, what I did here was to take into consideration the nature of price action since the mid-month of December, and what I found here was quite interesting. As you will see, the first thing I noticed is the fact that that area, or let me say the zone between the 2005 and the $2015 area, has always served as a barrier for sellers. As you will see, every attempt by the sellers to break through the structure has been met with strong resistance from the buyers, as you will see here. And even during the course of last week, despite the strong bearish momentum we witnessed since the beginning of the week, as soon as price tested that same area, we saw another wave of buying momentum, which we later considered to be a recovery in on this asset. Now, another thing you will notice here is the fact that since the beginning of this year, price action appeared to have transitioned into a descending channel. And if you see, to be more obvious, when we connect the series of lower highs, giving us the resistance line of that channel, and then if we connect the series of lower lows, it gives us the support line of that channel. And immediately price action tested the support line, which interestingly shares a confluence with the key level we identified on the daily time frame. We saw buy pressure resume from that area. Now that price action is above the support line of the descending channel, the key level at the $2005 area, and of course the demand zone we identified here, it makes quite a lot of sense looking out for buying opportunities at this point. At the end of last week's trading session, price did close around the 2030, as you will see here, interestingly sharing a confluence with that imaginary trend line I have here. Now, the question going into the new week is, will price break out of the descending trend line? And if it does, that will give us a signal that the trend line may no longer have the capacity to continue to negate the bullish attempt, hereby welcoming more buying opportunities, and a further breakout of the other trend line will welcome more opportunities. And in fact, if we can see a breakout of the $2,055 level, this will give us more confidence to add more buy positions to our existing trade. However, we should also consider the fact that the continued selling pressure around the 2030 area could persist, bringing price back into the demand zone before another wave of bullish momentum will happen. However, if this happens in such a way that it breaks down the support line, well, for me at this point, price would have taken out all the buy positions around the key level, and in fact, a breakdown retest of that structure will be all we need to be part of a downtrend continuation. So this is my simple view on this asset for this week. As you will see, our center of focus is going to be between that $2,030 area and let's say probably the 2005 before making any informed decisions. But trust me, I will be with you in the comment section of this video to give you updates on what I think will happen after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this particular structure during the early hours of the new week. If you have found this content helpful and useful in making your independent trading decisions for the week, I would greatly appreciate your support by giving the video a thumbs up. Your likes are valuable to me and helps the algorithm promote the video to a wider audience of traders who may find the material beneficial. Thank you in advance for doing so. If you haven't already, I encourage you to follow me on this channel for more of this content. By subscribing, you will always stay updated with the latest ideas I share and of course receive notifications whenever I upload new videos and commentaries. See you all in the comment section on Monday morning as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye.